NPP member of parliament be sat on national television, said something about 24 hours economy. As a papano education abono. And you know, present an alternate name to say kwase yes, see Abenaka say also was very quiet, did not educate this honorable member.
You know, as of today, we are even finding it difficult as an opposition party to inform Ghanaians that the 1 Ghana per fuel is more than the e-levy, which they were so much, upset with us about. It's far more, far more.
But Ghanaians have not complained, have they?
But my key point is that the NDC made believe that the e-levy was like, an arm and a leg and it was ending Ghana. But what I'm trying to get at is that even we, as of today, are finding it, a bit strange to make Ghanaians appreciate, and the key word here is appreciate the fact that the 1 per pump, 1 CD levy is about 8 times the e-levy, like literally 8 times the e-levy. So I'm just making my point that the 24-hour economy has to be rehashed, rebroadcasted, re-explained, and people need to see things on the ground. Where I think that security is a big chunk of the 24-hour economy, which has not been addressed. And as it is, if the government is very serious about the 24-hour economy, one of the front-end things that should come up, because petrol stations will not work beyond 6 p.m. because they are not guaranteed safety. Ordinary Momo stands, now they close around 5 because after 6, people are coming to them with a gun or a knife or cutlass for their money. So these are very crucial, critical things, that, beats my mind. And by way of a small advice, in Connecticut, I used to bank on Sundays and Saturdays. As part of the 24-hour economy, I'm yet to hear the banking sector, do even that extension of days of operation. Banking should not end on Fridays. And don't tell me I should go online, because that one, we all have it. But in-person banking should not end on Fridays. In Ghana, interestingly, it is only the churches that have access to banks on Sunday and Saturdays. So I'm yet, and maybe Hamza can tell me, because I've not seen this angle of policy. And banks are a huge deal in terms of businesses on weekend. So in all of the 24-hour economy, I'm only proffering a recommendation that Ghanaians may appreciate the 24-hour economy if we see we have banking on weekends. Not even the entire 8 to 6 or 8 to 5, but at least if we know we can bank from 10 a.m. to 2, I can then ascribe that to part of the 24-hour economy. So there's a free recommendation to the NDC.
Oh, Papa, you say free recommendation or no? According to him, no. What the NDC say? NDC promised 24 hours economic policy. And to no person who said 24 hours economic policy in weekends in account banks in a year. That is, I was an honorable member nekas ask him, NPP nipa nekas ask him, say his understanding about 24 hours economy. He say, as I also around the people say you banks in a year 24 hours. Weekends in a year inclusive. When I hear things like this, I get confused. Are these the honorable people in our society? For how long? And President John Dramani Mahama explained 24 hours economic policy. And China's way. By the way, let me advise him. Banking, se akase bibi yejma 24 hours. It doesn't mean say 24 hours in a BA dabi. And a bank dying, say yejma 24 hours. You don't necessarily need people physically sitting there to operate it 24 hours. People might be sitting behind the scene on computers, softwares, digitalization. Digitalization operates 24 hours. And it is the ability to say, you can't deal with 24 hours. It means that somebody needs to be there physically 24 hours. There'll be somebody might be sitting behind the scene. Programming. Most of you are watching me, but I'm just one person sitting here. But it's cutting across the whole globe. So meaning one person might operate a business nipa thousands might get access to. But he doesn't understand that banking necessarily, no, you don't need physical structure. So let's address a bank like Revolut. Me also say many of you have heard of Revolut. I'm not making any advert for them. Just by the way, Revolut any day says but it's an online bank. There are many online banks like that. Traditional banks will be called Ghana 24 hours digitally. But Revolut at a bank, any day, yet it's operational. It works perfectly. I would say an honorable member, see onim. And then, obviously, it says 24 hours in the corner, and yeah, praise the Lord, I'm very, very good. I'm very, very good. But you say you have a code. Now, you say 24 hours in the corner, and yeah, Juma. And at 24 hours, and say, yeah, Juma, and can you say in a bay, and I send Nipa World Jumanum, as any pay him say, hey, NPP for metro opposition, Cho, about Papa. If that is how you people understand 24 hours economic policy in there, and I'm on my power that. Power, if any power there. And go for and see me that. Because dear pan, yen children who say 24 hours economic policy in NDC for Kano. And yes, a whole lot of things. A children may be Emily. 24 hours economy is not for motor bankers. Stop speaking stupidly. That exactly your choice of words is straight away, Emily. Because I don't know how these people understand that particular policy. No. Now, as dear Hamene say, so you get a whole TV presenter sitting quietly, not educating him, not advising him. Say, hey, honorable, baby, I will and yes, I identity. So you understand about 24 hours economic policy. Say, as a bank, that nipa team 24 hours. Hey, honorable. Why in a chile was way? Your mama wabreu. And this year, I say most of the policies and programs in NDC the buy no. NPP for us are too much attention, so they are not ready to listen or to even learn from anything. And the papa panyipa kwatana hawa wasema woka. And sema woka. Now when you say asemo. And one former finance minister Yura Nana ya kuntum kununku Ofori Atta mama fezi meeting see ma ba e ba cho say ba kama pa papa ina no aja okopi mo court you timi say papa anan alkaida ni bibia boss kama pa American for some ba de papa ya munim say papa ya tade fufu no say ena mahye da akɔhye papa ya tade tuntum say mundi gu nani ma si o say din papa ya minim say yeso yare na no nose mask ho minim say ya na no operation so enso minim ena papa yi ede kwatena court okoya na no disi mi say Ghana de also ma so ye ne den wa lie Ghana de onsi ho enti enura court okoye no ade okoye ne say nka okwa pre-bail say na wakọ for bail application first am ye deny no and okọ second one and then so court see there be asem ko ya agane enti e ho na prosecution catch the judge and say charge papa ya otiwe Ghana bind the extradition order ababeto ne so enti mo mane bail na enye ye pese ye de ko back to Ghana and a judge and say oh sir me ko minimo say extradition order dan so enti sa de a mama me hu copy of the extradition order no asem kakere ya court kan NPP for say hey and attorney general ko fa extradition order bia nko US and o ko di ntro asem no nyesa na tie o yanko na enje nchire mu ankasa mfiri attorney general ankasa ho.
One person that you've been looking for over the period has to do with the former finance minister. Yesterday he was in US court. I'm sure you monitored that. What's your own thought on that?
Well, the American authorities are handling the process and they are handling it in accordance with American law. So far, I don't find anything wrong with what has taken place. As you rightly pointed out, I monitored the hearing yesterday, and I have had reports from the United States regarding what has happened and what may happen, but these are confidential discussions, and I'm not supposed to talk to the media about what they have briefed me on.
Yesterday, the trial judge said something. He said there's no proof of any extradition request and that it should be filed by the federal government before February 19. What is your own thoughts on that?
No, the Justice Department is working on the extradition request. Now, you have to understand that what is happening now is in relation to immigration immigration law violations. All right, that is separate and distinct from the extradition request. And so, if it was put in before the the immigration judge that there's an extradition request, he wants a formal, filing before him. So the Justice Department would have to do that before a decision is taken.
When will that happen based on your contact?
No, I don't control what happens with the Justice Department in the U.S. So,
but are you hopeful that this will go through for Ken to come back to Ghana?
I am very hopeful, extremely hopeful. Thank.
All right, into one Jandam for some Makaye. Jandam for say, Attorney General for extradition or the Bianque. Attorney General says there be extradition in the court, but Ken Ofori Atta some copy a court a totally different thing. It is our extradition order no and court toss this particular judge and him. It's a fair judge and I call for it. This is very, very important. NPP for man, you're careful. Opposition, sometimes when some of us speak, and yes, you am but you say, we know, Juma, Mama apply, 90 man, when you say, party we say, and we are serious. As I said, say, Mom was a mammy where I can say, I did be mammy, why I don't want to say, I better will be so I buy out so do you him. Former Deputy Finance Minister Abena Osei Asare say Ken Ofori Atta did a good job as Finance Minister for Ghana. Now say Ofori Atta me answer no mama ikan. Ofori Atta ye nim ne Ghana ya what US is all ma Ghana yi asem no mama ikan na say sebe Ofori Atta be na mama ikan asem. Ofori Atta be because Ofori Atta be nim ne die ono na nam oyo. Obi oye the good financial minister for Ghana no. Ono neti wa oti won si Ghana no. Also ma enti obeba Ghana the ice enchine nka ho enchine aban kaba atade tuntum yemfa round ade ento ne nsa a number bia na ebo aban pepe. Ose na obeye. Onzo se papa e bo adwuma kese pa de ma Ghana na say eno ben papa ben asem na mo gen because I'm confused. Owie ya not to say akotu NPP for bi kasa he wansa monko kasa ma Ken Ofori Atta na Ken Ofori Atta ye man fans tie kwabara ni bi akotena radio sumu ya tie asem o ka for Ofori Atta ho.
The American Gwagwasi say Ken Ofori Atta was the best finance minister because he managed this economy. Economy no it me gina so me ni umienu ye tie ase ne COVID mre me ni umienu said ye nya bi ne ye tie ase a through the management of Ken Ofori Atta and then health minister and then the president of then Republic of this country. It is out to Obia now on mine our crisis mu on mine facing a lot of challenges across the globe. Now what you nya ama menewo ene ye tiase ahomi wo ye mu na se ye betumi aka say so sa nipa no ye nipa bone dia na ye ni Ken Ofori Atta ni yi de metumi aka no me ne me nim se emra pe court pe ne betumi aka say obi ayam from so obi ese so ogina mra no but as a true indigene of this country ne de me hwe ba bia COVID baaye sene na aman bi ebre Russia Ukraine war baaye sene na aman bi ebre na Ghana yabedum pempenso a yadu ese yetumi di aseda ema then management of this country so one said that the energy
which includes Ken
yes which include Ken Ofori Atta and your friend is saying His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay,
because there were a whole lot of policies a baaye hwe COVID baaye and na nka yen enimdifo bi say Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo friend is saying Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia nka my way nka me no mi be si apene because
oh no don't
because omo hwe hun say ese se omo de hye papa egugu akwan
right
amma me no wo ye ma ye nananom ye wo faasefo etumi nya enkwa etena se COVID by within 2 months 3 months na ye see new hospital a ehwe aboa
with the COVID levy
Not with the COVID levy.
Oh, okay.
You see, hospital in we before even the implementation of COVID levies near there. They work with American once and one. Let it take care of people with the COVID-19.
Into COVID levy no more and also then
it has a long way to help this country because COVID will say anchor within a year. So what was that?
But still need to levy no.
So yeah, because of the COVID name koi. Near Wakania who do be brave one man as yes, the bomb bra. Because the COVID was across this country, all regions was affected. And you see, yan to Buebi and fa anya den and sosa de yanwa. Now, when say statements by from the USA, in fact, Ghana has been the best management of COVID-19.
Your time is up, please.
But do you agree to that? Do you agree to that? No, do you agree to that? There was a statement from US that in time of COVID, Ghana was the best country to manage COVID-19.
Okay. One will say the youth now yabasi say, sometimes, I don't know what to tell our people. Because so where I say, who did politics too much, you might be disgracing yourself. Because when you sit on national television, because was it my main affair say the Grace Jones? Praise the Lord. Ian Mills, is he talking about Ghana? Ghana, some no can I know. And then Ghana be also Ofori Atta's administration of Ghana, some no can I know. Ofori Atta is the best finance minister Ghana Yenya because he managed Ghana very, very, very well for the last 7 years. Ofori Atta now on matter for accountability na Ghana some now kwa weka no. Sometimes be on say na you say Ghana pa dia semini. E maburi na yaba no. I don't know because what was the NPP for? They are learning something from NDC. But say the general mosquito can send me. Or say NPP for sunya NDC. But who sunya no much chiano. Because now they think say, oh, John Dramani administration no, or the most of the youthful people no, and a run administration no. So they are sending these people say, oh, monko kasa, yeba power man say NDC for the youth, and a year you say dumbe year juma. But NDC youth no sebe we need the year juma. We some jemfi. Out ho. Any agreement some jemfi AUC. And it's a unkrufo we are what you see say the difference no. Eh, very, 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 very clear. Very clear. And the akwa we say as one so unko defend Ofori Atta, but also defend because me so say so ba ana o yere ana say mpo so girlfriend ko fi kwa na girl be kan say masa uko Jimmy e wo radio so ana uko Jimmy wo TV so because you cannot tell Ghanaians say COVID yare ba ya NPP for e de jib sika e de kwa jib bosia e sa the World Bank the IMF e twa tax the to Ghana for so no o manage ni ya sebe wadwen e wo fom. Okaso manage ni ya sebe na wadwen no e wo fom. I mean kind 1 or 2 messages be aba. But sometimes these are the people are NPP for small mo so monko kasa. Also you see Majesty, you see these guys think they can throw dust in our eyes. Then this issue come out and show the country how the NPP misuse monies meant for COVID-19. Majestic, so over COVID-19, the resources are Ghana nyae. And how these people mismanaged it sabi hard way. But once a whole kind of nipa dodo na bi ho and one thing I've seen about the current NDC is say empese nyama ni bebre ho ye be kan bebre because the more you speak the more na nipa bebre kura e confused say be oh that you people are talking too much. You people are talking too much. But I believe say e bi ho agi say bi ye kan anotum kakra. Na ye hwe sa nkrofo we. And then they by themselves omwankasa be gu omwankasa ho animase. That is what I believe. Because jai nipa no ono ankasa ngu ne ho animase. No gu ne ho animase wi a udobo say ono ankasa by themselves no go back and think again me so say karachi we kodafi a obadwen ho say enema kugu me ho animase o TV show and say am go kan man kansan ba o. Alas say Munufie NPP will never change. You see this guy is of the elephant's body and he just throw the line of Baumia's lies and Kennedy Japan. That is exactly what he is doing. As he training you for no, say omonko na yeba power, yeba mo post say NDC for year, but they forgot to say NDC you for no, adwen na e wo mutim. NDC you for no nyina yisu adwen. Sebe nyansem fon and NDC youth no edi. So that is the only difference between NDC and NPP. Always right. I do anyone. Charlie, my old man temper, me abrantians you. President Hannah, whom is saying. Yes, I make yes, I make a peg could I give you as one because me old man, Mr. Me old myself. Hey, I asked him over here. Easy. A teacher only Johnson said you can punish NPP corrupt guys equally. Yeah, I said it the other time. Say NPP as a political party. Let me say it again because I think that this might be the 10th time I'm making. Obi no wa punish you more Ghana da. I always start from Osagyefo folk Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When Kwame Nkrumah came, he became the president of the land, and these people wanted to throw him away. Until Ghana and started to bomb. Abera na Afghanistan could be to bomb Afghanistan da. Ghana and started to bomb. Ghana and started say to bomb. 8 good times and he tried to bomb Osagyefo folk Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Na Afghanistan and to bomb. Somalia nuclear names and a bomb. But Ghana started to throw bombs because they wanted to kill people. The Boba Yenima, you do rolling stamp where at a pui, and Grufo do Rollins in Famusa. And send a Rollins eba. Because when they need you out, intimidate throw Azani Nada, Chichiri Nipato, so answer a Kufu to Rollins and yet you was a mile, a come watch and I go for a man funu. They have 2 good the streets of Accra, say Rollins in the Kuma. Imagine this being a president, let there be a better to any now, you come baby the baby, or better to any be you come baby the baby. I bet it and my Ghana full through Rollins. Hey, now quite no kumai because they wanted to take Rollins out. The Prof Mills, when they wanted to take him out, now do them go for the me now money. Prof do later then they deep prepare them some prepare their war. His Excellency John Dramani Mama first administration. A dear 7 young county so. And why say join funu and why say and a John Mama say can some case here. Kopem se papa elusi aba and then yankopon se munim. Me punish him papa. Intiende na do danko Akufo-Addo in the history of our country ade me then say Ghana ni bia hu say papa no is the worst president of Ghana yenya ena na be de chire Alhaji Dr. Munufie Bomianso ejina chire ena osa ono so be jene de say ya ono so be jene de because why nyom say ya enim guase na e ba e mo break e ba gidi to be abenya ne de. Majestic said for 8 years the country has been a shithole. He said, "Don't come at Trump. What the Trump be John? I can't Ofori Atta. Crime. Minima de kunta Trump. Wa manache hozel. Ana kwa na kuteska. Sometimes I've been thinking because Americans say ultimate the $1 million bus system no ma be man krata. Can Ofori Atta so you say baby wa kwa tra no. Fie no otoni almost $2 million. Meaning I can invest more than $2 million in the system. But let's see something beba. One for number there and that's something beba. That's some pan beba. The Asempa na bow. 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy no. And I'm a man for a bomb at Tansia. It's all the Kofaha. They will go see her. They can Ofori Atta go see her. They say, what's more man and my mama say Ghana for him. Ghana for them. I dare me then say no. Ubi no baby baby ababe did. So was unim nyanza Ghana for you yate. Yeah, some of the NPP for Musumu nyanza check